You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.
Stop! Where are we going?
The Sternberg!
Don't get left behind. We're waiting for you here at the Sternberg Museum, where there's always new opportunities for
Discovery under the dome.
Hello and welcome to You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. My name is Dana Stanton and I'm the coordinator of early childhood grants for USD 489. And with me today is Elaine Rupp. Good morning, Elaine.
Good morning, Dana.
Now first of all, Elaine, tell us what organization you work for and what do you do there?
I'm with the Healthy Start program of Ellis County. I'm at the Hayes Area Children's Center and I visit new parents.
Now today you're going to talk to us about a very important subject for new moms, expecting moms, FASD. It's going to be FASD Day. Tell us what that is.
FASD stands for Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorders, and every year internationally September 9th is a day set aside to raise public awareness for fetal alcohol spectrum disorders. And it's a really important project because we know that alcohol can cause some serious impairments for children.
Yes. Now, why is that? Why is alcohol so dangerous for children, expectant moms?
Well, that's because of all the substances. When we think of other things that could cause impairment like heroin or cocaine or methamphetamines, actually, alcohol is worse than all of those. So when a mother drinks, she's putting her unborn embryo or fetus at risk, and she may not even know that she's pregnant at that time. And FASD is really an umbrella term that talks about different things that can happen, some more pronounced, some may be learning disabilities, some may be physical disabilities. So it sort of encompasses a large area of impairment. FAS, which is fetal alcohol syndrome, is the most severe impairment though. And it's estimated that about 40,000 children every year suffer from this, and so it is a lifelong impairment, so it's really important that we try to reduce
It's not something that's going to go away with a prescription or something. This is a lifelong thing.
This is a lifelong. It can be, with early intervention, it can help a child's outcomes and potential to reach their potential, but it really is something serious. And it is more prevalent than if we would take the latest statistics, if we would take them and wind up Downs and spina bifida and also muscular dystrophy, we have more cases of fetal alcohol spectrum disorders.
So it's a problem.
It's a big problem.
Yeah. Now say there's a mom out there and maybe she didn't know she was pregnant and she was drinking those first weeks or maybe month of her pregnancy. What should she do now?
Well, the first thing she needs to do is she needs to let her doctor know. That's really important. And of course she has hopefully completely quit alcohol and maybe just not stop for a while and then restart it. But letting her doctor know is really important.
Now I would say some people would say there may be varying degrees of the severity of the effects of alcohol on an unborn child. You know, whiskey is worse than a beer or a wine cooler. Is that the case?
All alcohol is considered a risk factor. So while we might say a mixed drink has maybe a little bit more alcohol in it, it's still recommended that there is no alcohol, there is no safe amount, no safe time.
Now you would think at the beginning of a pregnancy that would be very important, but what about when a woman is at the end of her pregnancy? Is it okay then?
Actually, because in my little chart here shows that the developmental of a fetus from conception clear through to birth, we see the sensitive areas. We usually think of the first trimester of being very sensitive, which is true, from about 4 weeks to 11 weeks. But we can see especially the neurological system is clear across the spectrum till birth, as well as other major organs. So it's important that a mother throughout her pregnancy, even at the very end, does not drink alcohol.
Suppose I am a 25-year-old woman, I'm not planning on getting pregnant. Is this something that should even be a concern to me?
Well, it is important because half of pregnancies are unplanned. And if you are sexually active and if you are not practicing a very effective, reliable form of birth control, it is important that you abstain from alcohol during that time.
For just in case.
Yes, just in case.
You know, some people have trouble with alcohol, drugs and alcohol, and it might not be as easy as you would think just to stop. What advice would you give to moms?
First, I think it's really important that a mother has a serious conversation with her physician, and then she needs to reach out for area support systems. We have Alcoholics Anonymous here in town. We have other agencies that can help mothers with strategies and how to reduce, and then we have prevention centers that obviously are in service. So,
what would you say to parents that maybe they think that their child has FASD? What kind of resources are available to those parents?
there again, that's really important that if they suspect, and of course there's a broad spectrum of things that they might be suspicious of. Maybe their child is hyperactive, maybe they have poor memory, poor coordination, vision problems. There's such a facet. A good conversation with the doctor is really important, and that goes back to a mother being very honest with her primary care physician that delivered the baby, and then also the primary care for her child. So that honest conversation is really important, and then reaching out within the community to other specialized services that would be aware of fetal alcohol spectrum disorders and be able to point them to other doctors in the area. And that would also include our local intervention services, early childhood connections, and then also infant toddler services, and they can do an evaluation to provide parents more information.
Now, say someone, I know that in your position you can provide prenatal visits, postnatal visits. What's the number they can contact you?
They can reach me at the Children's Center by calling 625-3257, and that is also the number for early intervention services where they can schedule an evaluation for their child. And they do not need a referral for the doctor to do that, so it's something that they can do on their own.
Right, and those services are free, and more information is also at hayesparents.com. Elaine, thank you for giving this wonderful information.
Thank you.
You've been watching You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. Parents, remember, you are your child's first and best teacher. Thank you.
You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.